Good morning and welcome to English Lessons on Iman TV. In today's lesson, we are going to have a vocabulary review in test or quiz, and then we're going to have new words on I call it housing vocabulary, and then we'll have the rest of the session will be all grammar, and we'll work on a review of tenses and review of prepositions. بیننده های بسیار محترم، درس امروز خودم ما با یک امتحان لغات شروع میکنیم. بعداً لغات جدیدی که راجع به یعنی وسایل خانه و اتاقهای مختلف خانه در انگلیسی است، این خدمت شما تقدیم میکنم که یک درس نو است. بعداً درس گرامر است که قسمت اول از ریویو یا تکرار تنس ها در انگلیسی است، یعنی زمان حال و زمان ماضی و زمان آینده. و بعداً prepositions یعنی حروف ربطیه را خدمت شما بازم تقدیم میکنم. So let's start our lesson with the vocabulary quiz. So what I have for you, I have 10 words under column A, and then 10 phrases under column B, and I want you to match them. به عبارت دیگه در این قسمت که به نام matching test میگن، در تحت ستون A ما 10 لغت دارم و بعدا در ستون B معنای عزیز. توقع ما شما ایست که شما معنا را با لغت به اصطلاح مچ کنید و به این ترتیب یک تکرار لغات خواهد بود. اما پیش از اینکه کار بکنین لطفاً بعد از ما تکرار کنید. Please repeat after me together. Actually, actually, emigrate, emigrate, graduate, graduate, attend, attend, terrible, terrible, fuel, fuel, dive, dive, height, height, handyman, handyman, plumber, plumber. So what is the other word that expresses the same meaning as that of actually, from A to J? So let me read column B. Column B says to finish school. Which words means to finish school? To go to, jump into, someone who fixes everything. What do you call a person who can fix everything in a house? We studied that word before, and that word is on column A. And I want you to find that word and match it. To move to another country. Someone who can fix pipes. How tall someone is. Very bad. What's one word for very bad? It's on column A, and I want to find that. Gasoline or something that can be burned. What do you call that? And then, really. So let's see whether we can find the answers for these questions. So actually means J, which means really, okay? It's actually very hot in here. Really, it's very hot, okay? So that's how it means. You could look at the person who says, he looks like 45 years old, but he's actually 50. Actually means really, okay? So that's a fact. It's actual. Immigrant or emigrate means means to move to another country. Like a lot of us came from Afghanistan here, so we emigrated to the United States. Emigrate. Graduate means A, to finish school. So if you finish high school, you graduate from high school. If you finish university, you graduate from university. Graduate means end of a school or a system of schools. Attend means the meaning is here B, to go to, okay? You could say my cousin attends school, means my cousin goes to school, okay? My brother attends university, means what? My brother goes to university. So attend means go to. Actually, those of you who are watching my show today, you're basically attending the class. So we have a class on TV right now, and you are watching this show, you're basically attending. You're coming to this class virtually, and that's what it is. So it could be in person or it could be online. This is kind of an online virtual way of what? Going to an English class and learning English. Terrible. Terrible means very bad, and you can use it for a variety of different ways. For example, you could say, the weather is terrible, means the weather is very, very bad. Or you could tell about the person and say, this person has a terrible disease, means a very bad disease. If a person's character is not a good person, somebody who's not a good person, you could say what? He's a terrible person. Means what? He's a really bad person. So terrible could be used for a variety of things. It simply means what? Very, very bad. Fuel is what we call it gasoline. So when you put gas in your car, that's you put fuel. So you fuel your car with gasoline. Dive is easy, and that's what? Means jump into. People dive into the water. People dive into a river. People dive into a pool. Dive. Height is G. That means how tall someone is. Like on your driver's license, if you live in California, it says what? Height. So it shows how tall the person is. That's the person's height. Handyman is D, meaning someone who fixes everything. So if you need to paint your house, you call a handyman. If you want to fix, for example, a kitchen situation, sink, you call a handyman. If pipes are broken, you call a handyman. Handyman can fix basically everything in your home. Handyman. And then plumber is a special person who can only fix what? Pipes in the house. So if there's a problem with pipes, then you call a plumber. But a handyman can also fix it. Yeah. So please repeat after me together. Actually. Actually. Immigrate. Graduate. Attend. Terrible. Fuel. Dive. Height. Handyman. Plumber. So the word that we are going to study for housing includes the name of different rooms in a house, and also different other words that are related to the housing. So let's start with this room. What do you call a room like this? That's kind of formal. You usually take your guests that people that you don't know very well, they come to your house, you take them in that room. What do you call that room? It's called a living room. Okay? A living room. Please repeat. A living room. Living room. What do you call a room where family members sit and you could eat and drink, and it's usually close to the kitchen? What do you call that one? That is called family room. Okay? Please repeat. Family room. Family room. But of course, not every house has a family room and a living room separately. So some of them, the family room and living room is basically the same room. But most big homes have two separate rooms. One is for guests and the other one is for family members to sit. Please repeat. Family room. Let's look at this picture. What is this? That should be easy. This is called what? Right. This is called bedroom. Please repeat. Bedroom. Bedroom. And what do you call this? This is bathroom, right? So make sure that you pronounce it correctly. You see, I've mentioned this several times, that when you pronounce TH, you have to put the tip of your tongue between your teeth and say, so you pronounce this bathroom, okay? Bathroom. You don't say bedroom or bathroom, but what? Excuse me. bathroom. What do you call this that you can find in a bathroom? You can also find it in the kitchen. It's called sink. Right. Please repeat. Sink. Sink. It could look like this too. That's the kind of sink that you find in a kitchen. Sink. What do you call this? On a sink, you have this that you turn it around and the water comes. What do you call that in English? Do you know the words for it in English? What is the word? The word is faucet. Okay? Please repeat. Faucet. Faucet. Correct. Now what about this room where you cook and prepare food? What do you call that? It's called kitchen. Okay? Please repeat. Kitchen. Kitchen. How about this place where you put your clothes? You want to arrange things with your shirts and jackets and pants and everything and shoes. You keep them like that. What do you call that space? That space is called closet. Please repeat. Closet. Closet. What about this one? That's in the winter time, you want to get close to it and get warm. It's called fireplace. Okay? Please repeat. Fireplace. Fireplace. And this one is called what? That you can find in a bathroom. It's called toilet. Toilet. And here, when you wash, you need this. It's called bathtub. Okay? Bathtub. And this one, that's not a tub, but the water comes from there. So we call it shower. Right. Shower. Now, these were the words we studied. I showed you pictures, so I certainly hope that you learned two things. First of all, that you can name them when you see the room. Secondly, you should be able to pronounce them correctly. And thirdly, if possible, learn how to spell them correctly. Because if you learn how to write it, you can always remember the correct pronunciation. And the chances are that you will remember the word for a long time. So please repeat after me together. البته به فارسی هم بر شما میگم که این لغاتی بود که ما شما مطالعه کردیم، ما تصاویر بر شما نشان دادم. ایناله که اگر بتونین که این را به اصطلاح املایش هم یاد بگیرین، اسپلینگش این به اون ترتیب شما میتونین که هم تلفظ درست یاد بهتون باشه و هم معناش. دیگه توقع ما و خواهش ما شما است که اگر امکانش داشته باشه که از این سلاید عکسش بگیرین و همین لغات با نشتهش درست یاد بگیرین که چطور سپل میشه. So please repeat after me together and then you'll move to the next part. Living room. Living room. Number 2, family room. Family room. Number 3, bedroom. Bedroom. Number 4, bathroom. Bathroom. Number 5, kitchen. Kitchen. Number 6, closet. Closet. Number 7, fireplace. Fireplace. Number 8, sink. Sink. Number 9, toilet. Toilet. Number 10, shower. Shower. Number 11, faucet. Faucet. Number 12, bathtub. Bathtub. Okay, now let's see if you remember these words. I'm going to show you some pictures and I want you to name the picture. These are the words that we studied a few minutes ago. So here I'm showing you 3 pictures. Look at picture number 1, picture number 2, and picture number 3. So what is the word for picture number 1? What do you call that? It's called? Correct. Sink. sink. What do you call number 2? It's called toilet. Toilet. What about number 3? Do you remember the word? It starts with F. It is called, correct, it's called faucet. Faucet. So please repeat after me together. Sink. Sink. Toilet. Toilet. Faucet. Faucet. Now look at number 4 and look at number 5 and tell me what they are. So what is the word for number 4? Number 4 is bathtub. Right. Bathtub. And number 5 is shower. You can see the water is coming. It's a shower. Okay. Please repeat after me together. Bathtub. Shower. Shower. What about this one? Number 6 and number 7. What do you call number 6? A room that looks a little bit formal, and you usually bring people that, you're somebody that is not close to your family members. You have them sit there, and that's called living room. And for family, it's called what? Family room. So please repeat. Living room. Living room. Family room. Family room. What about this one? The 3 other things. Number 8, number 9, and number 10. What do you call number 8? Where you prepare food and cook. It's called, what's the word? Kitchen, correct. Kitchen. And what do you call number 9? Where you keep your clothes. And that's called closet. Closet. And number 10 is easy. That's fireplace. Fireplace. Please repeat after me. Kitchen. Kitchen. Closet. Closet. Fireplace. Fireplace. Now what we have is, like in the past we have some verbs that we studied before, but we need to know the present form, the past form, and past participle form. So I'll provide you with a list of the present form. I want you to provide me or give me the past form and past participle form of the word. So here are the words. So please repeat after me together. Strike. Strike. Number 2, swear. Swear. Number 3, sweep. Sweep. Number 4, swim. Swim. Number 5, take. Take. Number 6, teach. Teach. Number 7, tear. Tear. Number 7 has 2 different pronunciation. Okay? If you want to use it as a verb, like I'm using it over here, you pronounce it tear. So you make it a, tear. If you want to use it as a noun, you pronounce it tear. You know, when people cry, the liquid comes out of the eye, that's called tear, ashk. So if you say tear, that means ashk. If you say tear, that means parakardam, like you tear a piece of paper. Okay? So please make sure that you pronounce it correctly. Number 8, tell. Tell. Number 9, think. Think. And number 10 is throw. Okay. Now let's see if you can give me the past form of strike. What is the past form of strike? Strike. Struck. Strike means hit. The struck is the past tense. And the past participle is what? The same form as the past. Struck. So strike, struck, struck. Swear. You know, people go to court and they swear. that they tell the truth, nothing but the truth. So swear simply means what? Saugan khurdan ya qasam khurdan. So the past form of swear is what? Swore. And then the past participle? Sworn. So these are irregular verb, as I have mentioned it many, many times. So you really need to learn the present form, the past form, and the past participle form, and you need to know what? The spelling. قسمی که ما بارها تکرار کردیم که از جمله مو از این خاطر اسمی هر هفته تکرار میکنم که با جمله از جمله افعال بی‌قاعده هستند که یعنی اینا کدام قانون در شکل ماضی و خود تعقیب نمیکنن که ایدی بانیم. به اون خاطر است که شکل از اینا تغییر میخوره در حالت دوم در حالت سوم. و اون خاطر است ما باید همیشه تکرار بکنیم و اگر امکانش داشته باشه که شما ایرا به اصطلاح املایش یاد بگیرید، در اون صورت است که شما به صورت دائم ایرا باید خواهد داشتین. اگر املایش یاد نگیرین بسیار امکان داره که فراموشتان شود. So my advice is what? Learn its املا, learn its spelling. It will help. So please, okay, the next one, sweep. Sweep means what? The past tense is sweep. Sweep معنی جارو کردن است. You sweep a room. جارو, just do that. The past participle form is also what? Swept. Swim is easy, شنا کردن. The past form is swam with A, and the past participle form is what? Swam. Swam, swam. See, pronunciation changes, spelling changes. So the past form is S-W-A-M. You pronounce it swam. And the past participle form is S-W-U-M. You pronounce it swam. Take, took, taken. Take معنی گرفتن. Like you take a vacation. You take a book or something. Teach is taught, and then the past participle is taught. All of you should know that. Teach means تدریس کردن یا درس دادن. Tear as a verb, the past tense is tore, the past participle form is torn. Tell, in گفتن, past form is told, the past participle form is also told. Think, با معنای فکر کردن, past form is thought, the past participle form is also thought. And then throw, the past form is what? Threw, the past participle form is what? Thrown. Now, please repeat after me together. I told you the meaning of each word in Farsi. You should be in good shape knowing what these words mean. So please repeat. Strike, struck, struck. Swear, swore, sworn. Sweep, swept, swept. Swim, swam, swum. Take, took, taken. Teach, taught, taught. Tear, tore, torn. Tell, told, told. Think, thought, thought. Throw, threw, thrown. Now, as usual, we have some exercises on this. So what I have is, I have 5 words and 5 sentences. So what I want you to do is this, to choose the right word for the right blank space. So you need to think of the meaning of the word and then look at the sentence and think of the correct form of the word. در این قسمت درس امی لغات رو که ما قبلا خدمت شما تقدیم کردم ایره در جملات استفاده میکنیم و ما در هر صفحه بر شما 5 فعل یا 5 لغت میتم و شما توقع می است که ببینید که این 5 لغت شما در کدام جمله استفاده کرده میتونید و وقتی که شما جملهش میافین باید جمله رو خوب توجه بکنید که با کدام زمان استفاده شده. زمان حال است، زمان حال جاری است، زمان ماضی است، زمان آینده است. چه شکلش باید شما استفاده بکنید؟ یعنی نه تنها شما باید معنایش بفهمید بلکه همون شکل درست استفادهش در جمله هم تصمیم بگیرید. So let me read the sentences for you first and then you think about it, okay? Zia, a very difficult test last month. Number 2, the maid, the floor now. What time do the children every day? A fast-moving car, a pedestrian last night. Hamid is that he is telling the truth. So for the first one, Ziya, a very difficult test. What do people do with the test? They take a test. But it says last month, in the past. For past of what? Take is what? Took. So Ziya took a test, a difficult test last month. The maid, the floor now. So what does the maid do? The maid is a person who cleans floors. So the maid is what? Sweeping the floor now. Maid یک لغت است که معنای شما کسی است که زمین خانه را پاک میکنه. It's called maid. What? The maid is sweeping the floor now. Is cleaning the floor now. Why do we say sweeping? Because of what? Now, this moment. You have to use what? The ing form. What time do the children every day? Do the children do what? So it's every day, not now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but every day. So you say what? What time do the children swim every day? For every day, you use what? The simple form. Also, children is what? Plural. So you have to use what? The simple form. In addition to that, you say what time do. After do and does, we always use what? The simple form of the verb. A fast-moving car, a pedestrian last night. What did it do? It struck, hit. So when the car hits, the car strikes. But the past tense is what? Struck. So the car hit pedestrian. Pedestrian simply means پیاده رو. کسی که با پیاده میگرده او رو pedestrian میگه. شما شاید سایناش با سرکار دیده باشین که that's what it means. Because of last night, you cannot say strike, you have to say struck. And then Hamid is that he is telling the truth. Hamid is what? Swearing that he is telling the truth. Means سوگند میخوره قسم میخوره که حقیقت میگه. Let me read these sentences with correct completions. Ziya took a very difficult test last month. The maid is sweeping the floor now. What time do the children swim every day? A fast-moving car struck a pedestrian last night. Hamid is swearing that he's telling the truth. Next page. Again, I have 5 words, 5 sentences, and then I want you to think which form you can use. I English on Noor TV for 7 years. Umaid is a smart person. He always about his future. The children, their homework last night. While Tim was looking for his keys, a diamond ring. Who is these snowballs? Tell them to stop it. Now, the words that you're supposed to use is teach, tear, tell, think, and throw. I told you the meaning before, but again, teach means تدریس کردن, tear means پاره کردن, tell is گفتن, think is فکر کردن, and throw is انداختن. So, number 1, I English on Noor TV for 7 years. So this was what? In the past. So you need, what do you do with English here? Which words will fit? It's teach. But because it's in the past, you say what? I taught English on Noor TV for 7 years. Number 2, Umaid is a smart person. He always about his future. See, always means what? Repeatedly, again and again and again. He thinks about it today, he thinks about it tomorrow, he thinks about it next week. He always, what? So that you have to use the correct form. And because it is Umaid, third person singular, you have to use what? S with the verb. So that's why you say what? Umaid is a smart person. He always thinks about his future. The children, their homework last week. The children did what? They tore their homework last week. They wrote it down and then they broke it into pieces. While Tim was looking for his keys, he found a diamond ring. Now we use find, found. Why? Because the sentence before that, it says what? While Tim was looking, this means it's something that happened in the past. He was looking for his keys, he found diamond ring. Lucky man. Who is these snowballs? Tell them to stop it. Who is what? Who is throwing these snowballs? Tell them to stop it. So somebody's throwing snowballs and we need to tell them to stop that. Now, let me read these sentences with correct completion. So the words are teach, tear, tell, think, and throw. Number one, I taught English on Noor TV for 7 years. It's in the past. You use what? Past form of teach, taught. Umaid is a smart person. He always thinks about his future. Because of always and because of repetition, you use what? The simple form. Then you put S because the subject is singular. The children tore their homework last week. Tear is the word, but you use tore. Why? Because it is last week, past tense. They don't do it every day. They just did it last week, that's all, okay? They tore it. While Tim was looking for his keys, he found a diamond. Now, find, found. Why do we use found? Because the sentence before that, Tim was looking for his diamond. So this means what? It's something that was happening in the past or happened in the past. Not, it doesn't happen every day. He doesn't find diamonds every day. It happened one time that he was looking for his key and he found diamond. Who is throwing these snowballs? Tell them to stop it. Because of is in the sentence, we need to use what? The ing. Means right now. Who is throwing the snowballs? Tell them to stop it. So you give a command. Command is usually for now, at this moment. Tell them to stop it now. Okay? That's how it works. And so these are the sentences. I plan to also teach you and review the prepositions as I mentioned at the beginning. But because of time, we will not be able to do that. I see that our time is up and I have to stop here. So I will see you next week. بیننده های بسیار محترم تلویزیون ایمان، اگرچه که ما چند موضوع دیگر هم میخواستم خدمت شما تقدیم بکنم و در جمله لسن پلان ما بود، اما متاسفانه وقت برش نداریم. ما انشالله که هفته آینده در شروع درس خودم شما تقدیم خواهد کردم. درس امروز ما با همینجا به پایان رسید. تا هفته آینده شما را به خداوند متعال بسپارم. تشکر.